Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to be going over the digital envelope and bin method for financial planning for vacations. For those of you who are decent or well mathematically minded for using numbers visually on a computer for planning for a vacation and don't need physical, tangible representations in hand. So, without any ado or longer waiting, let's get to it. So how it works is that the bins are the overarching larger categories and the envelopes are the smaller daily categories. Money holders, sorry. So the bins are the overarching larger categories and mid-sized categories, individual categories. And the envelopes are the actual holders of the money, the individual days themselves. Let's take a look. So for example, you have travel. And we're going to assume for right now that this is just a 3-day vacation example. You have a hotel. You have food for the whole family, in this case, in this example, and fun. And now in fun, we're going to break it down by individual. So you have Jack, Joe, and Misha. Now, I'm only using these bins, the larger bins of travel, hotel, food, and fun, and the smaller bins of Jack, Jill, and Misha, because those are the same bins that I use in my other physical example, just to have the same bins in both. So this is a 3-day vacation example, and so that means there's 1, 2, 3 days, and I'll use I'm going to use small numbers just to try and make things easier to look at, and I'll use the same numbers that I use in my physical example, which is that travel I said was $5 a day, so it's 3 days. Let's make it money. Now, for those of you who are quick and skilled with macros or functions, there's a lot more you can do and a lot easier ways to set up. Sorry. And then, I'm getting ahead of myself. There's a lot easier ways to set up and a lot more you can do with this bin method with functions and macros. And I will cover some of those things to try and some simple things with some easy formulas, but not the more advanced macros or functions, which are not for people who know a lot about Excel or other spreadsheet programs. They're not necessarily all that advanced these days, but for people who are not used to using spreadsheets, they might seem pretty crazy. But this is generally targeted to everyone. So, again, back on track. Hotel budget targeted at $10 a day. Now I'm keeping these numbers small so that you can double check the numbers in your own heads. And then food, let's target, say, $1 a day a person. I know none of these numbers are meant to be realistic. They're meant to, again, be something small that you can look at and say, okay, I can, even if you're not good at math, you can sit down and with a piece of paper, double check my number, make sure that things work out for yourself if you really want to. Now, fun money, let's say we give each person the same amount that we give the whole family for food, $3 a day. And now, so what does that mean for the vacation? So then this is going to say this equals that plus that plus that. And this is the totals. and then we'll just make them look nice. And so what I'm doing is I'm just bolding and italicizing the totals, and I'm going to copy. I'm using, that was copying the format, sorry, I'm tired. Copy and paste it. I'm used to using hotkeys, shortcuts, as opposed to, that's not where I wanted that, undo that. And just making sure that everything adds up, and so we know how much each of these little bins is. So the bin for travel is $15. The bin for hotel stays is $30. The bin for food should be $9. And it is. Which means the bin for each of the fun days, each person's fun totals, should be also $9. And this is going to be italicized and underlined. And this equals that plus that plus that. That plus that plus that. And so all I've done is put in an equal sign first, and then clicked on one cell, and then hit the plus button and clicked on the next cell, and clicked on the plus button and clicked on the next cell, for those of you who are not Excel literate. And then I want the total for fun, and so that equals $9 plus $9 plus $9, which is 27. And now if you want the 3-day vacation example total, you go equals, again you're doing click, plus click, plus click, plus click. And you have $81. And so that's the budget. And with this, you can then say, take this $3 and go into a digital budgeting program, a digital bank program, and be able to type in each day, give Jill $3 if Jill's a kid, and Jill will have $3 to spend on their kid's credit card if you have your bank system set up that way. I don't know if every banking system is set up to be able to do that with kids' credit cards, but there are a number that are, and a growing number that are. And if that's something that works for you and your family, that's something to look into. Or you can just use this to track how much you should have taken out at the beginning of vacation in cash, if you're going to give your kids cash, or set aside cash for yourself, or just what you're aiming for total-wise to spend as a good estimator to have set aside. Thank you for joining me in this little bonus video on just this form of the envelope and bin method. If you're looking for more information on planning for family vacations with autism or other special needs, do check out my series. Link is down in the description. If you have any questions or comments, they are greatly appreciated, always. And I just want to make sure that you know that everything that you do for yourself and for your family and for others that you care about is greatly appreciated. Life is not easy, especially for those who have or who care for individuals with autism or other special needs. Life alone throws a lot of curveballs at everybody, a lot of difficulties. It's really arduous, and it's a rough and unclean experience for everyone. That said, it can be, and it holds special difficulties and challenges along the way for those who are or take care of or are involved with individuals with autism or other special needs, whatever they may be. And every little bit of effort, every day, every ounce of love and care for yourself or others, it matters. It makes a difference. It's amazing. It's beautiful. You are amazing. Your life is worth it. You are worth it. And everything you do matters. Even if it's just a little bit some days, you matter. Don't forget that. Hang in there. If things are hard, hang in there. Don't feel bad about asking for help if you need to. You're worth it. And you have so much that you are worth and that you can bring and that you do bring. So thank you. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.